Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Net Exponent. My name is Yashika. So today in this video I will be covering a topic on Indian Contract Act, and that is lawful consideration. So before starting with this topic, let's first understand what do you mean by consideration. So for a contract to be valid, it is important that there should be something in return, which means if I am selling you this marker for rupees 10, then you are getting marker and I am getting rupees 10. So we both are getting something in return. And in law terms, this consideration is called as quid pro quo. This is the law term for consideration, right? Now, suppose if I am gifting this marker to you, then this doesn't become a contract. Why? Because this is a gift. I am not getting anything in return. So, for a contract to be valid, it is very important that there should be something in return, right? Now, let's discuss about the rules, or you can say elements of consideration, जिसमें ज़्यादातर लोगों को प्रॉब्लम आती है. So before starting with this, I have already made a video on basics of Indian Contract Act. What do you mean by contract? What is acceptance, proposal? सब पे वीडियो बनी हुई है. You can go and check out. आपको सिर्फ YouTube पे लिखना है Net Exponent is my channel's name, और Indian Contract Act if you will search, तो आपको सारी वीडियोस मिल जाएंगी. So talking about the elements of Indian Contract Act, I will be explaining the elements with the help of very simple example, interesting example, ताकि आप उसे कभी भूलो नहीं, right? So the first case is, for example, if A gives a class to B, A ने कुछ पढ़ाया B को, right? But B did not demand for it. B ने बोला ही नहीं कि मुझे ऐसे कुछ समझना है, क्लास चाहिए. A अपने आप ही शुरू हो गया, right? So A has given a class to B. So B is not liable to pay anything to A. Why? Because it was not at the desire or demand of the promisor. So it is very important that consideration should be at the desire or demand of promisor. In this case, B did not demand for the class, so he is not liable to pay anything to A, right? This is the first element, first rule of consideration. Coming to the second case, for example, A gave tuition to B and B in return had to give fees for that tuition, but B, being a student, he doesn't have money, right? So on behalf of B, his father has given tuition fees to A. B के पास पैसे नहीं थे ट्यूशन फीस देने के लिए, तो उसने अपने पापा से लेकर फीस दी, right? This is valid. So second rule of consideration is that consideration may move from promisee or any other person. It is not mandatory that consideration is given just by the promisee. No, but it can be given by some third party also. But that third party should be a party to contract. He should not be a stranger to consideration. So what is stranger, what is party to contract? I have made a video on this. You can check. I will be providing the link in the description box. Coming to the third rule of consideration. The third rule says that if A has given a tuition to B and B B बोलता है कि यार पहले ना मैं चेक करूँ कि तू पढ़ाता कैसा है, उसके बाद मैं पैसे दूंगा, ठीक है? So B has promised to pay 1000 rupees after a week, right? A ने सर्विस अभी दे दी but B ने पैसे नहीं दिए. So the third rule of consideration is that consideration may be past, present or future. So this is an example of past consideration. This is the third rule of consideration. Coming to the next case, here A is giving a tuition to B, right? B is saying that मेरे को ट्यूशन व्यूशन नहीं चाहिए, मेरे पास टू द पॉइंट मुझसे बात करो, मेरे को आप ये बता दो कि क्वेश्चन कौन से आएंगे मेरे फाइनल एग्जाम में और मेरे को चीटिंग करवा दो, right? And for this I will pay you 10,000 rupees, right? I don't want any tuition from you, but I want you to tell me the questions which are coming in my final exam. So this kind of case is illegal, which is not valid. So the fourth rule of consideration is that consideration should be legal, real and certain. ये illegal है, so consideration should be legal. तो ये आपकी contract नहीं बना because this is illegal, right? Coming to the next point of consideration, A gives a tuition to B and they make a contract that B will pay 5 rupees for the class, right? कितना inadequate सा है ये amount, right? 5 रुपये में कौन सी ट्यूशन होती है आजकल. But law says that consideration may or may not be adequate, which means that it depends on both the parties. उनको कोई problem नहीं है तो हमें क्यों problem है? So the rule is saying that it is not necessary that there should be adequate consideration. वो उनको decide करें तो कि कितने amount में वो चाह रहे हैं, right? So even 5 rupees or even 1 rupees, defined as a consideration in terms of law, right? Coming to the last point of consideration, and that is if A gives tuition to B and B has promised to pay 10,000 rupees as tuition fees, but B couldn't make the payment at the due date. So A was planning to go to the court, right? A ने कोर्ट में जाने का प्लान किया कि मेरे को मेरे पैसे वापस चाहिए जो बी नहीं दे पा रहा है. सो बी व्हाट बी डिड, बी ने बोला यार ठीक है कोर्ट मत जा, मेरे से अभी 1000 रुपये अभी ले ले, तो कोर्ट मत जा. सो द सिक्स्थ रूल ऑफ कंसिडरेशन इज द कंसिडरेशन may be positive or negative. That means negative का मतलब abstain from doing something, which means B is giving consideration to A so that A is abstain from going to the court. B जो है consideration क्यों दे रहा है, ताकि A court ना जाए, right? So this is negative consideration which is absolutely valid, right? So these were the points of consideration. One more thing which I want to discuss here is that in point number 2, where I said that consideration can move from promisee or any other person. So we have a case law in this. The name of the case is Chinaiya versus Ramaiya. So for the case laws also I have already made a video. You can check the video on the important case laws of Indian Contract Act by Net Exponent, right? So I hope you liked my video, and in case of any doubts please feel free, you can comment on the box below, and stay tuned.